Hello guys, and welcome to The Sims 4 house building. Um, so yeah, today I decided to build something a little bit more, on the Spanish side. It is Spanish inspired, but I don't know actually if building look like this in Spain or Latin America or but yeah, it's an overall Spanish building vibe, and I decided to call this Casa del Sol. So yeah, so this building was initially just for a free person, but the lot that I actually took this for this house, they actually lived 4 simmers, so I decided to make it a 4 bedroom house instead, to kind of so I could move them back into the house here. So yeah, so we're just working on the outside here and just getting the overall the overall shape of the house. So just trying to I'm fiddling around with different kinds of ways to kind of get the front entrance here, and I actually had to move the whole house 1 square to the right. So but that's not really a problem in The Sims 4. So that was didn't took that long. So yeah, but just getting the overall vibe here, and the outside of the house is, if I do have to say so myself, I love how it turned out. It's not something that I have actually done before, but I'm really, really proud of the way that it turned out in the end, and the way it looks too. It's just, not something that I have built before, and I think it turned out really great. I tried to kind of incorporate, the surrounding houses, designs and vibes into it, but also giving it kind of, my design choices to it. So yeah, but we're just playing around with some columns here, and at the front here of the house and at the back of the house there will be these arches going into the doorways behind them, with big glass windows as well. So yeah, so that's why I did that. The columns there, for some reason, I don't know why, I tried and I googled it. Some of the corners on the upper level, I could not get the columns to be there. I don't know why I couldn't do that in the the corners, but I don't know why, but I kind of made up for it with putting these large trimmings on the side, the upper side of the house. So it looks great in the end, I think. And just here I'm trying to figure out what kind of balconies thingies I wanted to have there, and then I remembered that there actually was these arches with um, with railings in them. That was the word I was looking for, the with railings in them. So that's why I chose those, and you will be seeing me put them in a little bit, but just putting in some more columns here at the lower floor, because I had some problems with putting them in at the second floor in the corners. So yeah, now the inside will have, as I said, 4 bedrooms, and it will have 1, 2, 3 bathrooms, I believe, toilets, bathrooms, one big kitchen and one big dining room area, and lots of small living room areas all around the house. So yeah, And again, at the outside here, I chose this, rock for the wallpaper of the house, as well as for the ground flooring of the house at the outside, to kind of match it and make it look like it was a hole. And then I put in this red brick here to kind of accent the rock wall that I have chosen, and I think it looks really good. So I'm glad I did that. So yeah, and you can see me here just putting in those arches with the railing in them. So that is great fun. But yeah, overall, it's a really, really large house. And again, when I built this, I didn't keep in mind that the staircases can't actually go on an angle. So, but I kind of, made up for it with the design choices that I made on the inside, and I think it looks good. It worked out well in the end. So, no worries there. And here I'm just trying to find, something that I can actually put here to have the staircase on. So yeah, so it looks a little bit weird now, but once the plants come in and the terrain paint on the outside, it looks really good. So no worries there. And I chose these staircases because they kind of go with the overall vibe, and they have this what do you call tiles in them, different kind of tiles in them, and I think it looks really good. And it just fits the overall vibe of the house. So yeah, when I actually found the inspiration for this house, I actually built this in the middle of the night. I couldn't sleep, and I just had this idea in my head for this house, and I just had to build it right away. I actually sat down and drew the house on a piece of paper in the middle of the night, and then started building it because I wanted the general idea of the outside of the house to be fresh in my mind. So yeah, and just fixing the outside here with this little patio area in the backyard, and there will actually be a large pool in the backyard too. So yeah, and I will be putting in some sand and terrain paint as well. And then you could probably see me there put another a balcony on this first floor there as well. There usually was a roof there, but I decided to have 2 balconies instead, because in the end I just thought it looked better. So yeah, and just messing around with the room layouts here. This actually was quite a pain, because I tried to fit as many rooms in here as I could, but I had to keep in mind that I actually had to have the staircases on a straight angle. So I tried to put it in this way, and I really didn't like how that looked. So I deleted the whole thing, and it was really hard to find a way to have these staircases actually fit into the vibe of the house, and just also have the huge, because I didn't want to have these small bedrooms. I wanted them to be a little bit on the bigger side, because it is a very extravagant house. So yeah, and here I'm struggling with the staircases. For some reason they didn't wanna. If you have seen my last video, I made this kind of hole in the floor on the second floor, and for the life of me that did not work here. I don't know what could have gone wrong, because I did the same thing as I did in my library video. So I kind of compensated by making this tall railing around it, and you will see me fix it up, put in some plants there so it kind of looks good. So yeah, if you have a fix for what I can do to actually, because it's small things that I have noticed around the game, that sometimes it doesn't react the same as it did in the last lot you build on. So yeah, and when I built this video, the update for the move objects cheat didn't actually it wasn't live then. They just announced it. So for the next house building video I'm working on right now, actually, there is move objects, and I use it quite a lot in that house. And the next house is actually a house my mother drew for me, because I said to her, if you're bored, you can just drew some houses for me. And she actually drew a house, and I think it's turning out really great. So yeah, but we're just working on the rooms layout here. At the top there you can see those two kind of small rooms there are gonna be bathrooms, fully functional bathrooms. The little room behind the staircases there is gonna be just a toilet with no bath in it. So yeah, and there will be 3 bedrooms on the first floor, and the 1 bedroom on the ground floor in the right wing there. So yeah, and also 1 bathroom to that bedroom as well. So just putting in some different kinds of doors here, and I actually like these doors. I think they worked out really well, and they just fitted well. They looked good, so that's why I chose those. But as you can see, there was some weird I don't know if it's the lighting engine that's bugged a little bit, but some of the doors looked black, and yeah, so I actually switched them out many times. You will not be seeing this in this video because I cut it out, but just because I thought it was maybe a bug, so it had chosen a darker door, but in the end it was just the lighting in the game. So when I actually put in lamps and stuff like that, you can see that they are actually white. So yeah, but up here we have the 3 bedrooms, as you can see, and we're just working on some different wallpapers here. I wanted it to be bright and have this stone floor all over the house at the inside as well. And the reason that I did that is because I thought when I was in Spain, there was stone floor all over the places that we visited. It was stone floor all over except for the Torres vineyard. Torres. I do believe it's Torres. But it was actually stone floor all over in restaurants and stone floor all over. So I thought, let's just do stone floors all over the place. So that's why I did that, and just putting in some lighting here. Now this kitchen actually was quite a bothersome one, because I wanted these columns that you're actually seeing me use here, I wanted them to kind of close off that way into the dining room area there, because I saw that in the hotel that we actually lived in while I was in Spain, and I thought it looked really cool, these kind of closed together columns. So that's why I did that, and then I had to find counters to actually, so I could actually fit it in there. And Now they don't actually stand right on the grid, uh, like they're supposed to do, but they are fully functional, and I actually moved Sims into the house to actually test out if they could use the different things that I had put into the house. So yeah, and just making a little kitchen island here, to kind of make the kitchen a little bit bigger, and then I will be putting in some bar stools to actually put up against the counters there. Now these bar stools, I chose those because I thought they looked. I know it's not the most comfortable for your Sims to actually sit on, but I chose those because I thought they just fitted in so well with the the vibe of the house. And of course you can change them if you want to. I just chose them because I thought they looked nice and fitted the house well. So yeah, but I'm just putting in some random clutter items in here, to kind of fill up the kitchen. And in the next house building video, you will actually see me put quite a lot more clutter onto the different counters and stuff like that, because move objects has returned. So yeah, that's why I did that. But just a little rag with different mugs and stuff like that, and plants all over. The plants in this house are general, ferns and big, plants that you would see in a warm climate. So there's not any plants that wouldn't normally fit in the desert typey space. So yeah, but we're just moving into the dining room here, and again, not very modern looking, but I kind of tried to incorporate the surrounding areas into the dining room, and I made this dining room quite large. And the reason that I did that is because I thought 4 Sims actually live here from the start, and if they are gonna want to have guests over, not a lot of eating space. So that's why I did that. And we've moved into the we've moved into the front entrance hall here. And again, just trying to incorporate the modern with the old looking stuff. So that's why I did that. And I actually used Buy Debug in this house building video to kind of find even more clutter items, because that is also available now. And I think that is great. It's something that actually I was missing, because there are a lot of items that is actually not available to you if you don't have Buy Debug on. So yeah, and again, this house doesn't actually have a general living room area. It's just like these small living room spaces all over the house. So I didn't actually put a TV into this house. So if you want a TV, you can put it in yourself. I didn't really think it was a needed thing in this house. And I can't actually remember if I put any computers in here either. So if you want that, you can definitely put it in yourself. I didn't do it because I didn't think it needed it. But of course, when you download this house, it is yours to do with as you please. So yeah, I'm just working on the little toilet here. Not the the most exciting thing in the world. It's just because it's like a guest toilet that your guest can use Not the most fancy thing, but this house has quite a lot of toilets in it, so there's actually one bathroom for every, nearly every bedroom in the house. So yeah, I actually do believe there are one, two, three bathrooms in this house. So actually, the third, no, excuse me, the first floor actually have only two bathrooms, but three bedrooms, and yeah, it works. So here I'm just putting in, I put in these invincible, uh, invisible, round lights that you also had in the Sim 3, and the reason that I did that is because I didn't like the way that the house was actually lighted up. Um, it didn't look that natural to me, and the way that these lights work is actually just, they're invisible, but they actually light up the area of the shape that they are actually in. So that's why I did that. So you can't actually see them in the game, but it's just to kind of, get some more lighting into the rooms. So that's why I did that. And I don't usually use those lights as much, because I just don't like how they usually light up the rooms. But in this case, I actually had to do it. So yeah, and here you saw me put in that little, green garden area to actually kind of, fill in the space there that I couldn't actually remove the tiles without moving the whole damn floor. So yeah, and here is the upstairs bathrooms. Not the most exciting thing in the world again, but they are fully functional, and that's really all you need in a Sims game. And just putting in some, decoration items here to kind of make it look better, and then some cactuses all around, because we are in a desert neighborhood. So yeah, but we were done with the downstairs and just working on the upstairs. Again, a little living room area here as you come up the stairs here, and we are working on one of the bedrooms now. This bedroom is meant for one person, but as you can see, I put a two-person bed in here, and I do believe there will be, of course, the dresser, but I will be putting in a little couch and maybe a bookcase, or is that the other bedroom? But just looking for some random, items here, and I decided to put a lot of books on his dresser, because I thought, maybe this room is for a person who likes to read a lot. So yeah, and just filling up the walls with decorations and paintings and stuff like that, because that actually does make a huge difference in how your house actually looks. And I do believe your Sims actually do feel better too if the house is nicely decorated. So yeah, excuse me. Again, a two person bed here in what should be a one person bedroom, but you could move even more Sims in here if you wanted to. And there goes the bookcase, as I thought. And we're just moving out here to the patio. I'm not actually sure what to call these. Patio, whatever. But just, filling in with outdoor stuff here. And there aren't actually that much outdoor stuff, and in The Sims 3 we actually got that outdoor living stuff pack, and at first I couldn't actually see what I would use it for, but when you start up with a, you know, basic pack like this, you know, you actually start to see how much stuff you actually are missing from the different rooms, you know, and that is counting the outdoors too. So I actually miss that stuff a little bit, and the reason that I haven't done any Sims 3 house building videos is because the game lacks so much. I have so much content in that game, so I simply can't run the recording program that I have and the game at the same times. Even without the recording program, the game lacks so much because I have so much content in it, and I have tried to, you know, remove some of the content from it, you know, store content and stuff pack content and stuff like that, but it's a very laggy game, which is really unfortunate because it's actually one of my favorite Sims games. So, but I do have to say I love building in The Sims 4, and I love the, you know, the way that they have handled build this time around. So yeah, I won't be building in The Sims 3 anytime soon. And I do know that it is not my computer that it's too slow to actually run the game, because it is more than capable of running The Sims. It's just the game is laggy. So that's the reason why I actually got a mail on a message on YouTube about that. But we're jumping in here to the final pictures of the house, Costa del Sol, and as you can see here, my Sims have moved into the house here. But thank you guys so much for watching, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, share, you know, all that, and I will have another house building video ready for you on Friday. So yeah, as you can see the last shots here. But you know, happy holidays to you all if you choose to have a holiday, and bye.